This is Pulling Back the Curtain on the Wizards of Oz by Martin Porcheron from Swansea University and Joel Fischer and Stuart Reeves from the University of Nottingham. This paper offers an ethnographic insight into the use of the Wizard of Oz method. WOZ, as it's often shortened to, consists of an intelligence system being presented to users where this intelligence is a deception managed by human operators pulling metaphorical levers. It's often used in iterative design processes or in usability testing. And obviously it has a long tradition in HCI, spanning some 30 years or so. Recent uses tended to involve a simulation of some sort of machine learning component, often natural language interfaces or in robot control systems. And this is probably due to the high development time and high monetary costs involved in building such a system, especially if it's just for an experiment or you're partway through a design process. Literature tends to gloss over the details of the interactional and organisational work involved in running such a study, so in this paper we examine our use of the method by drawing upon one of our experiments as a case study. So we were conducting a study which was an elicitation study with a natural language robot vacuum cleaner. We wanted to understand the language people would use to instruct this vacuum cleaner to clean different areas of a workplace, and in particular we chose a food chemistry laboratory. Participants were given 5 scenarios to complete, and the researcher would stand with a participant while another researcher would be working elsewhere to control the robot in secret. I don't have time to present much from this today, but I will be presenting one video clip very shortly of a participant issuing a command to a robot and the robot responding, and that's just so you can get a flavour of what we're looking at in the paper. So this is the laboratory where the study took place. On the left of the screen you can see me, and you can see me from 2 different angles. And here I'm working as the wizard, sitting on a laptop controlling the voice of the robot. We then have the participant standing with the researcher, who's reading from a piece of paper. Over here on the right we have the 2 vacuum cleaners. We're now only using one vacuum cleaner in each study, the second is a hot spare should we have any technical issues. Finally, we have 3 piles of debris. They're not very clear in this video clip, so you'll just have to trust me, but that's where they are. So let's watch.
So the first one is a simple clean scenario, and in this lab there are 3 areas that need to be cleaned, and you have to choose an area to clean and instruct the RoboBack to clean the dirt, the dust. You have to call them or refer to them as RoboBack.
RoboBack?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can do it.
RoboBack, move forward and clean.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there. So this is just a 35-second snippet of some data. But we can really start to see this deception unfolding, and it's an interactional outcome of the work of the researchers throughout the entire study. It's not just a given, and they're using various resources to accomplish this as well. So things like the setting, the narrative, also the tangibility of the robot all help them pull this off. But also the researcher who is introducing the study is presenting a fiction from the agreed protocol. They're reading from this. And the wizard also has a copy of this on their screen, so you can see a copy here on the right of the screenshot. On the left is the system they used to control the voice. So the wizard is enacting the fiction being presented by the researcher, so we can start to see elements of collaboration going on. The researcher has to treat the actions of the robot as per the fiction, so they have to performatively account for each robot action throughout the scenarios. And this means whatever the wizard chooses to do in result of a participant request, the researcher has to be able to attribute this to an autonomous system of sorts. The wizard, conversely, must be responding to participant requests in a way consistent with this fiction being presented by the researcher, so both of these people have to work together, but they can't communicate. There's also a challenge here for the wizard. They have to interact with the robot the way the NRU or NLP might were the system actually implemented, and they have to do this quickly and consistently, so that's a time pressure for them. A further pressure, of course, is that the contingent nature of all interaction means the wizard must be able to respond to any form of request, no matter what the participant says. And that also introduces new methodological obligations of how to ensure consistency between and within participants. We talk about that in the paper as well. That's my 5 minutes, so thank you very much. Please do read the paper. If you have any questions, I'm happy to take them.